Hello, hello, hello. It's Knits for Sanity, and welcome to my Craft Ease 4 of 4 unboxings. If you are new, this is the background. I did Craft Ease's buy 3 get 1 free special, which is a special that they seem to have going pretty much all the time. I mean, obviously it can change at any point, but that is how I got my paintings. Craft Ease does sell licensed art. It is, however, stock art. So you are less inclined to know who the artist is. Quite often you won't even necessarily know the name of the painting, but it is at least art that has been legally used by the artist, and the artist has been compensated. Craft Ease, therefore, is a more affordable diamond painting company. In part because of that, they use stock art. The other thing that they do is they ship directly from China to their customers. Home Craftology is another company that I've reviewed that does the same. And they also use acrylic drills, which are less expensive than resin. And in fact, I've read up to 3 times less expensive than resin. So it does make them a slightly more affordable company to purchase from. All right, so my first 2 kits came together in the mail. And then my second 2 kits came several days after that in the mail. And it took, I think this one took more like 3 weeks to reach me from the time I placed my order to when the kits came in. And again, I mean, they're coming all the way from China. This box and the last one that was packaged with it definitely did suffer in transport. This box is significantly bent out of shape. That's hard to see on the video, but it is significantly bent out of shape. Again, I don't think that's going to affect the canvas at all inside. You know, the box is ripped a little bit, not quite like the first one, but it is ripped. Or not the first, but the other box that I reviewed in this series. But let's open it up. This painting is actually the one that I was most looking forward to. But, okay. First things to note, again, there was no plastic sleeve on this painting. There wasn't with the last kit either. But just like that last kit that I opened, which was the Foxy kit, there are a few pieces, pieces of wax paper in here, which I assume is meant to be used as potentially release paper. So far, the greatest consistency is currently between kit number 3 and this one, which were boxed together. And based on the fact that there is no sleeve, plastic sleeve that this was in again, which does concern me a little bit just because it does come all the way from China. I like knowing that there's a little bit of water protection. Things shipped domestically, I don't mind if it's not in a plastic sleeve. I just see it as more waste if it is, actually. But I never ever mind the plastic sleeve, actually, just because it does help protect that canvas. And coming all the way from China, I would like to see that. Okay, yes. So this is the first kind of consistent kit between the 2. So kits number 3 and 4 do appear to be the most consistent. I think these were packaged in the same factory and in the same warehouse, possibly even by the same person. Because the toolkits are identical for the first time. The toolkits are absolutely identical. I think this is probably a flawed gripper because it is substantially shorter than the other 3. So I think this one is flawed. It actually appears to just be bluntly cut off. Somehow it got sliced in a machine. Do you see that? See the difference? I don't know how well you can see that, but this was definitely cut. This was sliced somehow. Again, though, there are 3 pins, just like the last kit. Another kit only had 2, and I think only 1 gripper. This is, again, the angled tweezers that, I mean, they might work in a pinch, but they don't even, they're not aligned perfectly. The wax. All of the wax I've received has been dead wax from Craft Art. The last pack that I got was perhaps a little bit better. Okay, so this one you could use. In fact, I'm so confident that I'm going to actually... You know what? This pen is bent. I don't know if you can see it, but this pen is actually bent. It swerves out to the right a little bit. I don't know if I can get it to show that. I didn't realize it till I picked it up. I'm like, hey, this pen's bent. But the wax is in there. This might... So yeah, so this wax you could use. This side's really, really dry. I mean, this one's more dry than the other one. As you can see, I already have a crack up there. But this wax you could use. I mean, I can get it in my pen. It's staying in there. I'm quite confident this would pick up drills. So this might be the best wax I've gotten. All right, the tray, I still would not use this tray. There's still a significant bubble in the center. In my last video, I did a test with drills, and they all just float down to the corners. This would be a nightmare to try and use on a painting. So if you do purchase from Craft Ease, and it is your very first diamond painting, make sure you also get some higher quality tools to do your painting, because otherwise you will quickly be turned off from this craft, because this would be a nightmare. Yeah, so if this is your first, ask a friend if you could borrow some of their tools. Just don't use these toolkits. All right, this also may be a really good time to mention I am not an affiliate. Oh boy, wow. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. I am not an affiliate with anybody, all right? So when I do my reviews, they are true and honest reviews, if you have not noticed. So when I say that I am impressed by something, that means I am genuinely impressed by something. Or in this case, my Craft Ease experience has been kind of a mix. I'm very hopeful that when I actually do these kits, I will be happy with that experience. That's my hope. We'll find out, and I will let you know when we reach that point in time. All right, so this is the kit that I was most looking forward to. As a child, I adored Rainbow Brite. Rainbow Brite was my childhood hero, and the neighbor girl and I played Rainbow Brite. And she had a magical tree in her backyard. That was our, I don't remember what it's called, but it was our special mobile that got us away from Murky and Lurky. And I adored Rainbow Brite. And I was very jealous because she had a Rainbow Brite doll, and I never got a Rainbow Brite doll. And I'm still kind of upset that I never got a Rainbow Brite doll. And actually, after we moved, the game of Rainbow Brite kind of had to be discontinued because we were no longer neighbors. And so it was kind of reincarnated into another game that I played with my younger sister that was called Nikki and Chris. I know, a weird name, but this was a game of imagination that we played for years. Anyway, maybe on a whip and chat, I can tell you all about that. All right, so here we go. We got Rainbow Brite and her little sprite here. This canvas, because of the damage that the box sustained in transit, this canvas does have some pretty significant bends in here. Yeah, there are some pretty significant bends in here. And this canvas is not, it's not like a soft canvas. It is pretty thick though. And I've pointed out in some of the other box openings from Craft Ease, you know, there's nothing that prevents it from fraying around the edges. The canvas is not soft. It is a scratchier canvas, but it is at least a pretty heavy weight. But because it is not a super pliable canvas, these marks that happened in transit when that box was bent, I mean, we got some pretty substantial damage that was done to the canvas, and very unfortunately is coming through on the front side of the canvas. Right down the middle here especially. There's some real damage here. We will see what happens when I put down the drills. I'm hoping it will be okay. Time will tell. Now, the thing that I was like, oh, okay, we'll address that later. When I first opened it, down here, yep, sticky is over. They put the plastic right on the very edge of this painting. Can you see that as I'm lifting it a little bit? How it's right on the very, very edge. The good news, it looks like that bottom row has just barely been protected. But if I blow this up, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move you around that much. You can see that because this is so sticky, we already have all of this debris that's been stuck to it. And this isn't for me. This is just what happened when it was traveling. You know, this is just stuff that was in the box, probably right from out of the warehouse. While I have you up close, let's check out these symbols. Kind of move you around. And again, the dark on dark symbols are always hard to navigate. You know, like this percentage sign that's in black on the blue. Dark and dark is always hard to see. Much like light on light is always hard. Here you can kind of get an idea of how damaged the canvas is. There is definite like rippling of the canvas underneath the plastic. Which again, maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be no big deal when I'm laying it. What does concern me the most though is the worst spot is right here in her face, which is just a pity. I'm hoping it'll be okay. I'd be so sad if it's not. Like I said, this is the one that I was most looking forward to getting. And this canvas has taken the most damage out of all 4 canvases. But like I said, maybe it'll be all right. So the symbols also look to be okay. The colors are pretty good too. We don't have a lot of muddling. If you want to see what that looks like on a Craft Ease canvas, check out my very, very first Craft Ease unboxing. Along the sides, we do have our color lists with little pictures. Does run in DMC numerical order. And you have it down on the other side too. Now, this painting, you have the option of a 40 by 40 or getting it as a 50 by 50. You also had the option of getting round or square drills. And if you have not already noticed, I did choose square drills for this one. And I did choose the larger size. And that's because, again, this was the painting I was most looking forward to receiving. Now, because there have been issues with sizing of these canvases in the past, I do have my handy dandy measuring tape here. We got 50 by 50. All right. Hair under 50 centimeters going this way, but not enough to consider it actually a different size. So, and again, that's just measuring the actual painting size, not the canvas size. So I should probably mention that as well. But there is no measurement listed anywhere on this canvas, much like there wasn't with the last one. There's also no painting title listed. It is Blondine on the website, which I think actually would translate as Blondie, but I don't know that for a fact. Between all of the kits, like I said, kits number 3 and 4, or these last 2 that ship together, do appear to be the most consistent in what I'm getting. And this is consistent too. The first 2 kits, there was no paper insert at all. This one does have the paper insert. Oh, you know what I meant to do in that last one? Okay, I will address that later. Just watch that video and then you'll know. Okay. And I'm not going to take these all out again, but just like the kit number 3 that I opened, these are all put into these teeny tiny little bags. And they run just one color. So this is all the 309s in these teeny tiny bags. It's going to be a pain in the butt to kit up. Oh, it's such a pain in the butt. These are acrylic drills. I don't think there are any special drills in this painting either, which would make sense. There weren't any in the last one, and because I am now very confident that they come from the same factory and warehouse, that would make sense to me. All right, they were packaged by different people, but here too, there's little check marks showing if everything was gotten. And oddly enough, just like the last kit, these last two have not been checked off. 3844 and 3865. And what I meant to do last time was check and make sure that I did have both of these colors present. I'm sure that I do, but let's just check it out. So, $38.44 is right here. There's $38.44, and $38.65 is right here. So yes, so all colors should be in here. And the reason why I think they are shipped like this is it does save money if you do a certain small. In fact, let's check approximately how many grams are in each of these. I got a little scale over here. Hopefully it will register. I think it will. All right. It's too small. All right, let's get a slightly larger grouping here. Oh, wait, maybe it was teared out. So now let's try. No. Looks like it's trying to tell me that it is 6 grams, doesn't it? All right, I think it's probably about 6 grams between the two. But let's put on, but I think it's so lightweight. So this says 18. All right, so 18 grams in all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 16 of these bags and 18 grams total. So each bag, and then with the bag weight, each bag is 1.25 grams maybe, if I want to include the bag weight, or 1.5 grams at the absolute most. But I think it's done that way so that you can get a more exact number of drills that you need. The drills are slightly more expensive than the plastic packaging that they're in, so they'd rather send out more plastic packaging than too many drills. That's just my guess. But I don't really know that for a fact. Yeah, so we will see eventually what it is like working on these canvases. They have truly some super adorable prints. You know, at this point, I'm going to tell you, go check them out just because they are a more affordable diamond painting company to use. But affordability does often come with a price of another sort. And here, consistency and quality control is definitely an issue. If you are interested in seeing more of these honest reviews, like I said, I am not an affiliate for anyone. I have no reason to sing praises for Crafties or any company. Go ahead and buy me a coffee, or I have other links down there just to offer support for the channel that allows me to explore more brands and let you know what I think without having to become, a spokesperson for a company, which I really do need to say. I have zero issue with people doing that. None at all. Especially if it is a company that you really do like their products. It is totally fine to do that. But for me, I really want to try and keep this honest. So if you would like to help in that endeavor, definitely check out my notes below and the ways that you can do that and support my channel and the ability to continue bringing you very honest reviews of product. So there you go. If you have any other questions about any of these Craft Ease kits, please let me know. I will, of course, link all the information in my notes below. I hope this is going to be fun to work on. I really hope it's going to turn out. I really, really love this painting. We'll see. We will see. Time will tell. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Share any videos that you find interesting. And as always, please be kind to those around you. You never know what anyone is going through. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and I will see you again real soon.